Imagine you are enjoying a peaceful Roblox horror stream when all of a sudden Dano Cal Drawings decides to post a picture of a sideways toilet and then says it's a part of the Riggy series lore. Are you joking? Are you not joking? What is this? Dano, please explain. What is this? Dano, what are you doing? Side note, he never actually did give us an explanation. Originally, I was going to make a Riggy series timeline video first, but then after this lore drop, I figured I was going to need a bit more time to lay it all out. Like I said, Dano posts a lot of hidden lore within these images, and I wanted to be able to talk it out with you guys before moving on to the next thing, so that we can answer the real questions, like where did Jimmy come from? Is Lucky really the bad guy? What is Ruby and Candy's dad in prison for? And who is the Red Rabbit? But before we get into that, please do subscribe. When I began writing this script, we were nearly about to hit 100k, and now I'm pleased to say that we are on 137,000 subscribers. You guys make me feel like I can keep growing this channel, which lets me try new stuff and create better content. If you want to show your support for this channel, subscribing is the best way to do that. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. And back to the video. Okay, let's talk about the toilet. This was the first thing that caught my attention. At first, I thought it was a joke constructed by Dano to make me overanalyze it and drive myself more insane. And if so, well played. But then he kept insisting on it, saying that it wasn't just a toilet that is part of the lore drop, but also a pig. Now there are two pigs that we've seen so far in Dano's shorts. This unnamed pig dressed as a businessman who looks fairly evil, and Jimmy, Riggy's pet pig. And the thing I realised about Jimmy is that he doesn't show up in any of Riggy's family photos, which is odd considering if Jimmy was a beloved family pet, he'd likely have a photo or two, unless Riggy gets Jimmy after he moves out. Now there's nothing wrong with that, except when Dano mentions a toilet and a pig. The toilet causes Ruby's dad to end up in jail, it causes gang activity, it causes the drug problem in the city, it causes everything. Now, does that mean that the toilet is the true villain of the Riggy series? Well, it's more likely that it would cause the butterfly effect. The idea that a minuscule event could cause a major event later on. You see this in literally every time travel movie. Change one small thing and it affects the outcome of the future. My theory is that the toilet would lead to Riggy finding Jimmy and mark the beginning of Riggy's downward character development. Moving on, we can talk about the tragic backstory of this new character of Ruby's dad. Now, to give you guys some context, the last time I talked about Riggy's ex, I said it could have been Candy because of the similarities. Dano revealed that Candy is actually Ruby's sister during a post, Ruby being Riggy's actual ex. He also revealed some interesting lore that their dad has been framed and put in prison, which is devastating for a child, but you have to wonder why. Why would their dad do the time if he didn't do the crime? Well, it's simply a case of mistaken identity. AKA these motherfudging politicians couldn't tell the difference between pink and red. So the real culprit is a red rabbit. But we've never seen a red rabbit in Dano's videos before, or even in any of the fan-made characters that are going to be added to the series. So to answer this question of who is the Red Rabbit, we're going to have to take a look at the text box that Dano posted alongside this lore drop. Firstly, let's talk about the red text. And no, we don't know who this is quite yet, but I have a feeling that this is the Red Rabbit, despite referring to themselves in third person. Everything is his fault. Framed? Whose fault? Red Rabbit. Lucky doesn't know. Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit. Everything? Everything. Now, the text is jumbled together, which is a notable difference from the other text that we see in this. And it's structured more like a conversation rather than a monologue. But the main thing that I want to point out here is that Lucky doesn't know. Which seems odd considering that he's the antagonist that we've seen so far, and he knows everything, basically. At least that's what we've been led to believe. Next we have the pink text, likely said by Candy and Ruby's dad. He framed me, I swear. I'm not him, please. I'm not him, I'm not him, I'm not him, I'm not him, I'm not him. Are you politicians colorblind? He's not me, I swear. I just want to see my daughters. Please, let me go. I didn't ruin everything. He's not me. So here we have someone addressing politicians, and again, he's the only one talking in this statement. I want to say that he's addressing politicians and not judges here. This isn't your regular court case, especially considering that he's referring to the crime he's done as everything, just everything in general, nothing specific. The blue text is said by Riggy. I was trying to fix something and I only caused more chaos. I'm sorry. Everything is my fault. My guilt is too much. I thought I could fix it. Now here we have him comment on everything again, which seems to be a running theme within these text boxes. And it also shows that something big is about to go down, and Riggy believes that he is the cause of it because he feels responsible for it. And maybe he is. And finally, we have the yellow text. Red Rabbit? I only saw him once. It was because of him that I found out the truth about our world. It was because of him that I became me, and now I can share this with you. I can explain the truth about what you've done, what you are, and why you need to stop. I made a mistake. I had your nightmare too. I saw the purple flame. I did my job to fix it. Now you see the flames? Why do you think that is? Bad guy? Maybe once, but not now. I fixed my mistakes. If anything, you're the villain of the story now. Now Lucky is the one talking here, but who is he talking to? It also heavily suggests that the Red Rabbit is part of the prophecy, and that the purple flame comes from the nightmares, which, if you don't know, what we said about the purple flame in the last video is that purple flames can be tied to bringing something out of a world, to be out of being, kind of the difference between manifestation. But the person he is talking to in this text seems to be Riggy. Now, if he is talking to Riggy, this does suggest that he's about to go through a redemption arc. Which means that Lucky will no longer be the bad guy of the series that we've seen so far. But with all this evidence, it kind of draws one conclusion. Riggy is the bad guy. Or at least the morally questionable guy, the wrong place, wrong time kind of guy. You see, Riggy's main goal has always been to help people ever since he moved to Toonville. But if he's a part of the prophecy, then he doesn't get that as a choice. If he's expected to go through with some kind of prophecy to save the world, to save everything, then that might be why he leaves for that exact reason. We can't blame him if that's the reason, because with the responsibilities comes sacrifice. And I made the mistake before of believing that Riggy had up and left Toonville completely to go work for Dano. But maybe he abandoned Toonville in the more metaphorical sense. He left the politicians to go deal with the crisis they are in, despite the fact that he could help. Riggy knows Toonville is in danger. Why isn't he doing anything about it? Well, maybe it's because the cost of saving everyone is something that Riggy doesn't want to pay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If this is the first video you've seen by me, please do subscribe. And if you have any of your own theories, please comment them down below. I look at as many as I can, and we can finally work out what's going on behind the scenes of the Riggy series. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!